You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. I'm excited to get back to another session of Fortune and Fate where everything is going to be totally normal. This time my wife is actually reliable. There is no tornado.
Gabe's alive. He survived.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know what? They try to take me down, and if you see a tornado in this adventure, it's totally not me projecting about something that happened, and I'm totally not just reclaiming my own power. But beyond that, I feel like we have some announcements. Jared, Jess, do you have any to start with?
We have a ton of announcements.
Are we announcing something? What are we announcing?
Well, Morgan said, obviously, because you spoiled.
Daddy said we can make announcements today.
Oh, maybe he'll like Daddy better than Marvel.
So the biggest announcement.
I didn't say anything.
What? You did. You tweeted it. You tweeted that we
literally
shot our
tweeted
session zeros.
No, I didn't say anything.
Come on.
You're the Tom Holland of the Dungeon Run. That's
you are totally the Tom Holland.
I'm just gonna go ahead and gaslight everybody into believing that I didn't.
I believe you.
I
believe you. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
believe me.
Yeah. So we shot all of the session zeros for the characters for season 2. We're going to announce a lot of stuff this Friday, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything else that we can say, right? That's it, more or less. We shot the session zeros.
That's the leash we've been given. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have on Friday. We're going to talk about new cast. We're going to talk about some changes, good changes, things that I think everyone out there desperately badly wants, including us, and we managed to make it work.
Whoa, Jared, that's a spoiler. Morgan's already tweeting face palms in chat.
What?
Marvel.
What?
Oh,
I'm not spoiling anything.
I don't know. It feels like a spoiler to me.
So yeah, and we have footage from
You just don't want to be alone. That's
too.
what this is. You just don't want to be alone.
Oh, is that what it is? She's trying to hook
it
me
is.
into
She just doesn't want to be alone. Yeah.
She wants me to be grounded with her, so she's not grounded alone.
Exactly.
I know that. I know how that goes. I got a younger brother.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. And of course, all of this is possible because of you, because of your subscriptions, because of Patreon, dungeonrun.tv/Patreon. No, that's not it. What is the Patreon one?
Patreon.com/the Dungeon Run.
Thank you.
And
I'm dyslexic.
Gord, our wonderful mod, just put that up into chat.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you haven't joined our Patreon, please do so. If you haven't joined our Discord, please do so. We announce a lot of things there first. So if you want to know about these things on Friday before anybody else, before it even hits our social medias, join those 2 different websites.
And we do have a lot of so we have a big announcement that's going to be on Friday.
Correct.
But in the weeks leading up to the season 2 premiere, we will be rolling out a lot of content for you all, and some of that will be released to our Patreons first. So if you do want to get the first look, kind of what Jared was saying, we love everybody who supported us in the past couple of months on Patreon. And if you needed to take a break and you want to get a sneak peek, hop back on board, because that's where it's going to live for first for patrons.
Exactly. And we also have a cast secret up there where Morgan talks a little bit about his character. We shot 5 individual session zeros yesterday. So if I'm
at least 45 minutes long.
If Ron and I are a little brain fried today, that's why.
Yep. That's why I'm drinking coffee right now. It's 6 o'clock and I'm drinking coffee.
Same. See, I only said session 0 singular. I didn't say session 0 plural.
Oh,
Marvel,
whatever.
Marvel, are you watching?
Whatever. Nice try.
Tell Ron and Jared that they need to go to their rooms too.
Look, despite you spilling the beans, so to say, I gotta say what went down yesterday, Jessica. Bravo to you.
Oh yeah, it was sweet. It was super sweet.
Thank you to you.
Jessica's new character is bomb diggity.
Yes, it is. I'm excited.
We also have the Ursaka up on Patreon. So if you want to play a bear race, and there's 3 sub races of Ursaka that Ron put up, check those out. He's going to be releasing the Ronkidi, which is the mountain sheep race, and eventually we'll be releasing the Kanusk, which is the dog race. And there's going to be 3 subspecies of that as well. So lots of homebrew, some of which is because of you lovely watchers out there. So thank you for helping us build some of these things that we can add to our funky new world. Oh, and we have new artwork coming from JD Illustrates for all of the new characters. We have new map coming from JP Couvert that's going to be both the North Island and the South Island. So lots of cool stuff coming soon. That is
all this hard work that we've been doing and being silent about is starting to actually play out. You're going to start seeing all that hard work start to come to fruition. So keep an eye out.
Speaking of hard work, Gabe has been hard at work on lots of
surviving a tornado. Well. That's what he was first very hard at work at.
Look, I'm just happy to be here. Y'all named a whole bunch of things, and I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah, we've been more than burning the candle at both ends. What I imagine is there's a bucket of acid, and we're holding the candle, and we're just plunging the candle into the acid, and it's just eating it up.
What kind of image is that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's how my brain works.
This is
can't wait for season 2.
Gonna be a DM. Go DM up there, right there. Woo!
Put your hand in the bucket
of acid.
So got noted. If they bring up buckets, don't put hand in.
Does that mean that I should throw out all 19 puzzles that I planned for today?
Oh man!
Oh boy!
You want me to do a puzzle?
19? What are you trying to do to us, Gabe? What are you trying to do?
As long as there's no math.
Yeah. We'll just turn it into an RP session where we talk about Zeph's feathers.
They are friendly.
Yeah, they're also very cute. Can I have one?
Oh,
sure.
I forgot. I'm in a party of all cute people.
I don't know about this one.
Well, you're cute. You're cute for now. We'll see what happens.
Apparently, Jared thinks stabbing your teammates is cute. So noted.
I played Civ for 140 episodes or whatever it was. 150.
Zeph stabbed Morgan's character.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that was very cute.
And we even had Jess stab Morgan in real life just so they could, RP that moment out.
I did, yeah. He got to choose the spot. And we did have a nurse on hand, which was Ron,
well, we had
who
Katie.
has no medical experience.
Which is me, and I have no official medical training.
Like Morgan would commit. He wouldn't love it at first. Be like, okay, right. Do it, whatever.
Yeah, he'd go there. He'd go there for sure.
I love the at first implying that he would at some point.
Yeah. Morgan's one of those what are they called? Method actors. So
one of their fancy method actors.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking. I
think that's everything, unless you all have anything else that you wanted to say or throw in.
There's merch. Ron?
There's merch. Well, there's not any new merch up right now, but we still got our Down to Play t-shirt, as well as the Heroes of Bingle Way 90% names, or 90% costumes, 10% names, 0% plan. So make sure you guys check those out. But as season 2 arises, we will also probably have a new merch drop. So keep just Friday, just Friday, guys, Friday.
Yeah. Pay attention to us on Friday. Pay attention to us now, but definitely pay attention to us on Friday too.
And I think that is it. I think we're good now, Gabe.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying the show. This is the part where I get to sit back and enjoy all of you telling me about things.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that's it, and I think we mentioned it before, not so much Lights the Torch. I think it's Through the Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are heroes and intrepid adventurers? No one ever uses the word intrepid unless it's for adventures. Have you ever thought about that? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, weird.
Our heroes and intrepid adventurers were previously dealing with a god, which that's a lot. But I feel like they grew closer together. They bonded. Now they know who each other are. They're closer. I'm going to tear that apart by putting them against challenges that will tax them emotionally and then bond them even closer together. You'll go from friends to family. That's my goal. Someone's going to say the word family by the end of this episode. It might be me. I hope it's not me. You all have dealt with incredible challenges, and a portal with a wind tunnel starts pulling you in from behind. The caves and caverns and ruins you were in, where you had solved so many problems that no one will ever know about, is left. And you feel something familiar. Something that you know ever so slightly. I like everyone to make an Arcana check for me.
Ooh.
Just as a starting roll.
Okay.
Just to start us off. Real
Yeah.
real light Arcana roll.
Okay, this D20 just rolled my third 3. This is not. This is weighted.
No, 19.
But it's incredible.
Wow, 4th 3. I'm just trying this out now.
Are you red, Rory?
Yes, it's a 4.
Sorry,
Stro
can't find
rolled
red.
A very neutral 10.
Okay. So it's 10 for Stro.
Yep,
What was it? 19 for Zeph.
makes sense.
Yep.
Zeph is
4
the
for Zell.
wizard.
For red rolled a fat 25.
Okay. So Red
Wizard
and
friends.
Zeph, you do recognize what is happening here. It's a variant of a spell that you know of. It is a variant of the spell Plane Shift.
No.
Am I going home?
Are we going home?
I think we're going home.
Why are you saying that?
We're
Home.
shifting planes.
Yes, we're traveling through planar energy.
Stro
Yeah.
immediately grabs Zeph and tucks him underneath his arm.
Incredible.
I
Make
nuzzle
a-
in.
wish
Make a
I had
strength
that
save.
Relationship with someone.
A strength save?
Yeah, a strength saving throw, Stro. Oh,
Oh.
that rhymes.
Mhm.
A strength saving.
I got a
Stro.
9.
You pull Zeph underneath you, and you're pulled backwards into the portal. Red,
Okay.
make a strength saving throw for me.
I'm just going to try to wrap my body around him because I want to try to protect him as much as possible
Incredible.
in case there's like floating debris or whatever.
As you're doing that, Jared and Jalen, can you describe what your characters look like for the audience? Because there are some folks who may not have been here last week.
Sure.
Oh.
Sure. Jalen, why don't you go first if you want?
Sure. So I am a little 3'9", 80-pound or so owl person with blue and black feathers, dressed very nicely. Big orange eyes behind big round glasses that give me this Disney/anime moe look. And I have little tuxedo spats on my birdie feet that are covered in leaves.
Aw.
And dressed like a little gentleman, but I probably, at least mentally, probably between 10 and 14 in terms of how I act. And that's it.
Stro is pretty much the polar opposite of that. So he's a 7-foot tall bugbear. So he's covered in fur, massive frame, massive arms, built like a football player on steroids.
With an owl in
huge-
football.
Yeah, exactly. With huge claws, kind of like a cross between like Chewbacca and Swamp Thing. He literally has patches of
nice.
moss growing on his body with little white cap mushrooms on it growing out of his shoulder, covered in hides of different animals, lizard skins and furs that have been sewn together. Everything on his body is organic. Everything that he uses and carries is of the earth or of the land. And the only thing that he has that he truly values, other than his friends, is this little wooden idol that looks like a squatting bugbear that he occasionally will sit down and ponder over. That's it. That's Stro.
My strength saving throw was 17.
17. That is actually still not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have. There was a -1 strength modifier. It's still got.
And it lifts your tiny body up.
No!
Zell, will you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Yes, sir. All right. It's a 9. Let me add my modifier here, which will be very high, I'm sure. +0.
Mhm.
So that's a 9.
And just like the others, you are swiftly pulled into this portal. And I want to remind our viewers that you can influence our game by donating to give advantages or disadvantages to the cast and crew. You can also give advantages to me, nothing else. You can't give me disadvantages. They can't prove that. That doesn't say that. I'm not going to say that's already happened. But you can influence our game. So please feel free to give me a bit of a challenge or support them in any ways that you can, because it's going to get weird. You all are dropped out of the portal. The portal was vertical when it appeared behind you, but it appears horizontal and you drop down into an open stone room. You hear a voice that's almost as if it's in stereo, which makes sense to us as people, but maybe not so much to your characters. It is a stone room. There are wooden doors all around, and you hear a voice that just sounds almost angry. The magic doesn't always work, and sometimes when I'm trying to put you in one place, it puts you in another. So, we're not going to talk about what happened before, okay? Okay? That might have been the wrong dungeon. That might have been the wrong cave. Hey, who cares? You're here now, right? This is great. My experiment's still going to happen. I'm still committing to it. Look, okay. I might have.
As soon as Red hears the word experiment, he starts getting really excited and jumping up and down. Experiment! Tell me all about it. Go!
See, this one gets it. This one gets it. The nice little red fairy one. So basically, this is a stress test. I want to see how stressed you can compose yourself when I give you little puzzles and tricks and little snippets of hell thrown in. You'll be fine, probably. The others didn't survive, but hey, I believe you can.
So the goal is to be very stressed or not stressed at all?
Ooh, well, you can be very stressed and still get success, but if you're not stressed, well, then you will still maybe pass the test. Does that make sense?
So just don't die is what I'm getting here.
That's it. See, you're smarter than the last group.
So don't die. Okay, we won't die. That's pretty easy.
I am so glad you said that.
Excuse me?
You're
Is
excused.
this the Feywild?
Ha! No! Couldn't afford to build a place there. Tried to, they kicked me out.
Oh, I'm sorry Papa did that.
What?
Papa.
What?
He's an archfey.
I'd love to hear this explanation again. Please, can you tell him?
Yeah.
Oh,
What you
yes.
told us.
Yes,
Don't
hi.
be mean, Sal.
Them,
I'm-
sorry.
I'm Zeph, Zephyros Aegisair. And my papa is, an archfey. And
What
my-
is-
Just casual like that. Just, my dad's of an archfey. No
Didn't
big
he have
deal.
didn't he have a throne? Wasn't there a throne that he sat upon?
yes, made out of antlers and wood and some bone.
Human
Of the
bones?
hunts.
Creature bones?
A little of both. Also, my daddy is a ranger. That's
The
the word, isn't it?
disembodied voice is just quiet.
Where is the voice coming from? Is it all around us? Do we
It seems like it's
see
coming from like the ceiling and the walls simultaneously.
This isn't the same
Um,
voice that Zell heard in her head earlier, is it?
No, it is not.
Okay. Okay.
Does Red recognize this voice at all?
You don't,
No.
actually.
Where are you? Excuse me. I I only participate in experiments where I can see that individual who is doing said experiment.
Well, I'm waiting in the end, the prize, the victory room, which means you reached me, and then you get prizes and special things.
In friendship?
Yeah, sure, whatever. You didn't
Nice.
say we were getting an arch-faced child. Well, I wasn't planning to keep. Yes, the treasure room. Perfect.
Do you have a friend in there with you?
No.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yes?
Yes. Yes. Because
What's your
you
friend's
won.
name? And yours?
You didn't. What? They're asking a lot of questions. Well, I didn't think that. Rabbit. What the hell? Really? And what? I don't know. Mole.
Mole?
Wait a minute. Are you guys friends with Moose and Squirrel?
Yes.
Good.
so
I'm in.
confused.
Let's
Nice.
do this.
Stro starts searching for an exit from the room. He doesn't like being trapped in here. Are
Cool.
there
And
any?
you do see it. You see a handful of doors. You see, you see one door to the north, 3 doors to the south.
Do any of them look or feel different from one another?
The door to the north looks like it's made of stone. The doors to the south are made of wood.
I like wood, so I'm gonna go south.
All right. So there is left door, right door, middle door.
Are we losing you already, Ron? Are you starting to break?
What's your character's name again? I can't
Stro.
remember. Stro.
Strofaria.
So literally, Stro is just super silent, looks at a door, goes, "I like doors," and walks towards
Yeah.
the door.
I like wood. I like
I
wood.
like wood.
Am
I
I
like
still being
wood.
am I still being footballed by you, Stro?
Oh, unless you tell me to put you down. Do you want me to?
I'm just nestled in.
Yeah, I'm not restraining you. I'm just holding you. So anytime
I
you
picked-
want to leave, you can.
I pick a worm from your fur and begin just nibbling on it like a licorice
Yep.
twist.
Doesn't phase me at all. I'm gonna go down to the 3
Delicious.
doors, and if one of them feels cooler, temperature wise, than the others, that's gonna be the one that I push open.
Let's
Or if
see.
there's a breeze, if I feel a breeze or a current.
Oh, not that one. Not that one.
If there's anything that's hot, I'm avoiding that. I'm
Oh
looking
yeah,
for-
the middle door feels kind of warm. The
'Kay.
door to the right though feels relatively cool.
Great. Pushing it open.
Incredible. Is everyone else following?
I have no
Yep.
choice.
I'm also gonna flip
ahead.
out
Go ahead.
this large shield that I've crafted that looks like it's made out of like a giant beetle's shell that I've hollowed out and strapped some vines to. So I strapped that onto my left arm so that if anything were to attack us, it would either hit me or the shield and not Zeph.
Incredible. All right. Good.
Red, seeing that Stro and his friends are going towards the door, he starts taking out a couple of his vials, and one of the vials has what looks like a piece of Stro that he's been feeding us for the last couple of days, and so he starts mixing and pouring things in it and shaking it, and clearly trying to randomly experiment with this thing that's in this bottle. So, and then follows them as he does so.
Oh, interesting. Maybe this will do what I want it to do.
Nah,
Hmm.
creepy. Weird. Don't even. You open the door, and as soon as you open the door, Stro, you notice 2 things. One, you notice writing on the ground written in Undercommon. Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Ooh. I do. Yeah.
Aw, dang it.
No.
That's-
Druidic, Dwarvish, Goblin, and Undercommon. I'm
That's a
an
beautiful-
underground dude.
That makes sense. That's beautiful serendipity.
I'm an
You can
underground
read the
dude.
words. It can see what does make sound, or otherwise knows not around.
I say this out loud.
Ah, wonderful. In the center, you will. I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna be nice. You also see in the center what looks to be the deceased remains of a troll in skeletal form.
Deceased as in rotted?
All that's left is bones.
Are they bleached white, or are they like they're just in a pile? Like bits
They're
of flesh
still
still on
connected in the
them?
skeleton, but there's like
Okay.
tiny little bits left.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's any enchantment going on with these bones?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I would like, for me, I'd like to do an investigation check. I'm looking for if this is like there's bits where the bones are connected, so it's a skeleton in a science room. You know what I mean, like a display
makes sense.
skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zeph, you were first. Go ahead, man.
Gotcha. I rolled a 24.
You do get a hint of necrotic magic around these bones.
Do I smell death? Do I smell decay?
You smell decay, but it doesn't smell like it's recent.
Everyone, I think these bones might still be a poppin'.
Dead,
pop.
but not dead.
Bones pop?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. You can like crack them and stuff. Yeah. Oh, there, I did it.
Question for you, Gabe. With my character's backstory, being a decomposer of dead things, my people are literally decomposers of dead things. Would I know of necromancy? Do I understand it? Or would that be foreign to me?
I would say
I'm a Circle of
know-
the Spores druid, so you tell me how much I actually know.
I'd say you do know of necromancy because it I would call it something like to you, death and decay is art. But in your experience, it's more like painting. Well, necromancy is more like music. You will know the other exists, but it's not necessarily your forte to understand the structure. You can tell me how a piece is composed, as well as lighting techniques and stylistic choices, but you may not be someone who's well versed in tone and reading music itself.
Then I would read out what's on the ground aloud to Zeph so he can explain it to me.
Will you
that's
say it
just-
again?
Yeah.
It was what the hell did I say? It was along the lines of, if it makes no sound, it cannot see what is around. You may be free. You know what? No, it's magic. It keeps changing.
Oh, great.
D&D.
That's not
Yeah.
what you said before,
I
but that
heard-
still sounds on point.
It can see what does make sound or otherwise what's not around.
Oh my God, you're a gift. That one.
Yeah.
Right.
that what it is?
The people who
Yes,
make our
bless-
note
bless your
takers
soul.
are gifts. People who take notes are gifts for sure.
So I would say that out loud for Zeph to hear, and then I'll look to Zeph. What does that mean?
Doesn't mean anything to me.
Not necessarily. It seems like it's a riddle.
Okay.
Say it again, Jessica.
It can see what does make sound or otherwise what's not around. It can see what does make sound.
Is anyone stepping into the room?
That's something invisible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you do step into the room?
Yeah.
I'll start
it's-
flying.
The
Into the room.
bones start to shuffle and like
I'm gonna hit the bones.
They're
without
popping.
hesitating.
Those are popping.
I
Incredible.
take out my mace that's literally made of like a large femur, and I'm just gonna start crushing the bones
Just
with
bones on bones.
Yeah.
Bones
Okay.
on bones.
Because bones aren't supposed to move. In my
That's
world,
true.
bones aren't supposed to move. These bones
Not
are
like
moving.
this.
I'm crushing the bones.
That makes sense. All right. Well, you know what? Everyone, you will get a surprise round. Stro is going to go ahead and beat on these bones. What would everyone else like to do?
All right.
Yep.
He's gonna,
You did this.
we got some bone on bone action there. So,
I'm just gonna wait for the big
Not supposed to move.
that that thing to go through.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold an action to if that pile of bones starts attacking Stro, then I'm going to attack it.
Okay, that makes sense. It definitely will. Just so you
Well,
know.
yeah. So when it does, then my action will go off.
Okay. Cool. What are you doing, Zeph?
I will hold Mind Sliver for if and when it attacks Stro.
Ooh, Mind Sliver.
It's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm. That one's a fun one.
I should mention I'm trying to hide behind Stro. Stro, right?
Yeah.
Stro.
Oh, okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
I'm a big dude. You can hide behind
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
I'll perch on your shoulder, Stro.
I need new dice. I need new dice, or just new hands.
Okay.
You just see Jessica pull out like those old school Monster Hand toys, and that's what she starts rolling her dice with.
I'm gonna buy gloves. I rolled so bad yesterday. I'm rolling bad today. I rolled, but I have a really good stealth modifier, so I rolled 16.
Nice. Incredible. Okay, and then what was your attack roll, Stro?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular mace attack. So
Do it. And go ahead and you roll with advantage. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ooh, nice. Thank you for the advantage. Dirty 20. By the way, because I'm a bugbear, I'm also 10 feet away from this thing while I'm smashing it because my arms are that long.
Reach. Got it.
Yep.
That does
Long
hit.
arm bugbear.
Okay. I'm not releasing my spores or anything yet. Right now, it's just brute strength. So I'm gonna do a whopping 4 points of bludgeoning damage. But as you see me getting progressively more frustrated that these bones continue to move, you notice that little spores are starting to pop off of my body.
Creepy.
Oh yeah, super creepy.
All right. So then we're going to, as it rises up, we're going to go into initiative.
Oh.
Hooray.
Okay.
Right at the
Oh,
top.
should my yeah? So it hasn't attacked him yet, is what you
Yes.
mean. So
Is,
gotcha.
is there something that was it like a reactive thing if he was injured?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Unless you want me to attack him before initiative. I mean.
No. I mean, I made it so that if it attacks him, it didn't attack him. I just won't shoot.
It'll still, if the creature goes first, if the creature goes
Right.
before you, it'll still go off then.
Okay, great.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jess, you are. Oh, that sucks. Jess, you are rolling with advantage, and you are rolling with advantage thanks to Kildurin, and I am rolling
Kildurin,
with
thank
disadvantage thanks to Lesbian Wolf, who is the bane of my existence.
Yay.
Oh my god, all my dice. What is wrong with you?
Whoops.
Oh, come on. Well, I got a
dice is
3.
gone.
7.
19.
13.
It's also
Oh, I lied.
7.
Wait, it's higher than 3. So who is 7? Ron.
And
Ron.
Jalen,
So
both.
Red and Zeph are 7. Jared, you got a what?
Lucky number 13.
13. Zell, what did you get?
19.
19. So it's going to be Zell, Stro, Troll Skeleton, and then Red or Zeth. You two can choose however order you'd like to do it.
Zeph, what's your dex mod?
+2.
15 or 14?
14.
Okay, I'm 15, so I'll go both.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice. All right, Zell. Well, it is your move. The Troll Skeleton has started to fully animate itself at this point. You are hidden behind Stro, relatively safe, and you do hear a familiar voice in your head.
Oh god.
You can kill it, Zell. It will be short work for you. I have faith.
All right. Listen, I was promised cash money for that stabbing I did earlier, and I haven't seen a bit of coin. So,
You feel your pockets get slightly heavier.
oh
Done.
my. Well, I'll be on my way then. And she flicks her daggers up out of her sleeves. And does she have do I have advantage on this because I was hidden behind Stro?
Yes, you do.
Okay, she will attack with her daggers.
Roll that attack.
Okay, so first attack. Come on, baby. Okay, advantage. That's a 22 to hit.
22 does hit, and there is well, I guess there isn't an ally within 5 feet. You do have advantage, but there isn't an ally within 5 feet because Stro is 10 feet away.
Yeah.
You long-armed monster.
Speaking of the bugbear thing, if that was a surprise round, I add an extra 2d6 damage to that first hit.
Go ahead and add that damage.
Right.
Okay, so that's another 9 bludgeoning.
Incredible.
So that means I do get my sneak attack on this?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I rolled for my dagger attack, I rolled a 7 piercing, and
Nice.
then I'll add my sneak attack damage, which is another 10, and then
Nice.
oh, I keep forgetting that this special is for a second target, not one, and that's it. My sneak attack.
All right. So you throw that dagger. You see a bone that looks relatively fragile. Your dagger pierces right near the rib. It breaks it inwards. You see when it drops down, it's actually heavy enough to make some of the lower ones crumble underneath. And its balance seems to switch and sway a little bit, stumbling from the mighty blow that you just dealt.
Great. And I will use my bonus action to what is it? Rogues get hot disengage as a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's their cunning
Here it
action. They
is.
can disengage or they can dash.
Or hide. So I'm gonna hide again.
You're gonna hide behind Stro.
Yes, or if there's something else in the area that makes sense to hide behind, I'll do that.
There's, I'll give you. There's actually a few pillars that are also in the room. You would have enough movement to get behind one of the pillars and hide behind one.
Okay, that's what I'll do. That's because I think Stro looks like he's about to move, so I'll do that.
Fair. And that would not be a great place to hide if he moves. All right. So then that does actually bring us to Stro.
So I've hit this thing fairly hard. She's thrown a dagger and hit it fairly hard. How damaged does it look?
It doesn't look like its bones are in great shape. It looks like it is. It looks like it is relatively injured, just from a quick glance. Like its
Okay.
bones are the decay itself has obviously aged these bones. They have been here a while.
I see. And I can tell that it's troll?
Yes, you can tell it's a troll skeleton.
All right. All right. Yeah. Nah, I'm just gonna keep smashing it. So yeah. Advantage, disadvantage?
That it'll be
straight roll.
Straight roll, I think.
Okay.
Yep, straight roll.
Okay. I'm rolling good today. 22 to hit.
Lord, yeah, that hits. Let me play.
That would be a whopping 4 damage again. I am not rolling well with that mace. And then let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to use my spores unless this thing's really gonna mess us up. So I'll hit it with the mace, and then I'll just let out a to try to get it to come at me and not go at my friends. In other words, I'm calling it out.
Spooky. Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
I like your gusto.
8.
You feel good about it. But this thing is dead as hell.
That's true. It's true.
And
Probably not a lot of logic.
fear.
Yep.
Nope. There's literally no brain in there.
Yep.
It's wild. That brings us to the troll skeleton's turn. And it rises up and tries to take it moves forward and then tries to take a swing at you, Stro, which
Great.
would then make what you're doing, Red, go off.
21 to hit the AC.
Yeah.
It's a piercing. It's piercing crossbow, so
Horrifying.
it is magical. It's just piercing. So 8 piercing. It is magical, so if that overcomes,
Red, as you fire your crossbow bolt, this is your moment. How do you slay my troll skeleton?
Red kind of just pulling the crossbow from his back real quick to quickly fire off a magical crossbow. Or bolt. It flies through the air just over Stro's shoulder, maybe even clipping one of his mushrooms on his shoulder off of the shoulder and slamming into the back of this troll's skull and literally breaking the bones out of the back of it. And the crossbow bolt sinks into the ceiling of the room.
Stro just kind of looks back over his shoulder, like shocked that you had that capability this whole time.
Don't mess with a panda.
I guess.
Although
Smash
technically I'm
this.
not a panda.
Crumbles down to the ground. And then you all hear that omnipotent voice. What was that? What was that? There was a whole puzzle. But there were words. I know you could read it. You read it out loud. There was a whole puzzle. What was that?
Oh,
Stro doesn't like puzzles.
I mean, I guess it still counts. Well, they did it. No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. They didn't play by the rule. I mean, we can't obviously ask them to play by the...
maybe this is just one scientist to another. I find that when experiments don't go my way, it's because I had the incorrect hypothesis or I did not give well-documented instructions.
Meanwhile, Stro is picking through the troll bones, seeing if there's anything that looks useful.
And Zell will say in her head, I wasn't the one to land the killing blow, but the thing is dead. Do I get anything for that?
You're so greedy.
Price
You feel like
quality.
it's slightly heavier.
Thank you.
I like
Can
it.
I help Stro dig through the bones?
Sure. Since you're both kind of weird, the thing of value you find is bone marrow from this troll skeleton that you can use to make...
Potions?
I was going to say weird marshmallows, but potions also works.
Bone marrow is delicious, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like some, Stro?
Yes.
Okay, some for you. And also, Red, we found marrow.
Oh, great!
And Red comes running over, and as he does, he kind of slides and picks up the one little mushroom that came off of Stro's shoulders and pops it in another vial and puts it on his side.
Great! Marrow? Oh, the things I can do. I could probably...
I thought you
and,
could
he,
use
and, he,
them.
and he starts stuffing it in a vial. He's like,
You don't understand the power of marrow. The building blocks of the entire body live in there. Oh, it's troll marrow.
So you hear in your head once more, there's a door that is to the east. Take that door. Follow along the wall. You'll find something fun.
Do we all hear this voice, or is this just Zell?
Just Zell. Everyone else is digging in the marrow.
I'm sucking the marrow out of the bone at this point.
It's you know what? It is shockingly delightful.
All right, everyone, I'm getting instructions from the strange voice in my head to head east if anyone wants to follow me.
From Rabbit and Mole?
I forgot that she just tells them.
Why? Why east?
Don't know, but I'm going right now. If you want to finish up your snack and
hold
follow
on,
me.
Zal, hold on. Is this the same voice that told you to stab Ned?
Well, that I can neither confirm nor deny, but it
Thank
is
you.
the
Yes.
same voice that Gabe, this is the same voice that told me that was talking in my head when we were choosing which door a couple episodes ago.
100%.
Okay, but this is the same voice that did give me a bit of direction as to which door to go through. That that was less dangerous than the other one. So
Okay.
I find it to be quite reliable thus far.
Well, if we shouldn't be going that way, I certainly hope Rabbit and Mouse don't. Was it Rabbit?
Oh, I
and
think it's Mole.
Moose? Mole, yes. Rabbit and Mole certainly don't tell us the opposite of what you say we should do.
And he starts walking kind of like real purposefully towards where Zell is, looking around like.
Big boy.
Oh.
The
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
Stro, no, all of you, but also the big one. This way.
Stro looks over at Zeph. What we do?
We should, well, Zell's the one who heard the voice. We should probably follow Zell. Yeah, let's follow Zell.
And he'll pick Zeph up and set him on his shoulders.
And you see, I have a sharp piece of bone with me, and I hand it toward Zell.
I thought you could stab someone with this. You like doing that, right?
I was like, are you really giving them a shiv?
A troll shiv.
Yep.
I'm here for it.
Oh,
Continue.
she reaches up to grab it from him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is one of the sweetest things anyone's given me in a long time.
Well, I like to read, and my dad spy me books, and you like to stab, so I thought I'd give you something sharp.
I do love to stab. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, come along.
I'll follow.
And
All
yeah,
right.
she leads him to the east.
Okay. You start going through a pathway that goes forward, then it curves sharply right, goes forward a little bit more, about 15 feet, curves sharply left. You go another 20 feet. These numbers are pretty much arbitrary. It just sounds cooler when I give you numbers. And then you make one more left turn, and you see the pathway keeps going forward, but something feels wrong to you. Something that is not greed, but desire for treasure, for gold, for loot, for riches. Something makes you stop here in this corridor.
All of us?
Zell. And Zell just kind of stops here abruptly.
Stro just walks right into the back of Zell.
Well, because Red was following right behind her, so Red runs into her. And then Stro runs
Why
into him.
we stop?
As he bumps into Zell, she stumbles forward, but then she twirls around and like catches herself in this damsel in distress pose in his arms.
Oh.
Watch where you're walking.
And in the process of doing that, she kicks Red to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
Why
brush
we
this off.
stop?
I was getting an odd feeling, very strong emotional feeling of greed.
We
know.
need fresh blood.
It seems to be hungry.
The voice that told you to go through the door?
Is this the same voice or is this a different voice?
Same voice.
So she talks in her head again. This blood you speak of, we can acquire it for you, but unfortunately we cannot supply it.
Red's like in front of her eyes, just like,
What? Are you there?
I'm
Hello?
talking to the voice in my head. One moment.
Oh, sorry.
Bring blood to this spot for good things.
All right, seems the task at hand is to bring blood to this spot.
Why?
Where would we procure the blood?
Don't do that.
know.
Don't do that. And all of you hear that through the speaker system. Nah, that's stupid. It's a dumb idea.
Hello?
Even.
What?
Hello? Is it the speakers in this?
Why
dungeon?
does no one talk face to face?
What? You haven't earned it yet.
Do you know the word coward? Stro.
No.
We
That
don't
is the
use
word.
we don't use cowards anymore because we don't need to keep cows away from us. You're stupid.
See, he didn't like that I used the word coward, although coward is very interesting, and I would like to have more conversations about that when we meet face to face.
You know what? It's gonna be sooner than you think if you keep talking like that, you weird little panda man.
Hey, you'll come and say that to my face, you disembodied voice.
Maybe I will. You.
Yeah, well,
Why is everyone getting angry? And then
Zell
Stro
pulls
is
her
just
hood
going to
over.
start smashing the walls.
I start rubbing the back of Stro's head, trying to calm him down.
Make a strength check, Stro.
Okay. Oh man, I need to stop using digital dice. 9. Digital dice
so
do not like me.
You're swinging against the walls, and you hit stone and stone and stone, and then you hit the wall to your right, and it doesn't feel like stone. It actually feels like you hit like a very thin barrier right before the stone.
Am I the only one that notices that, or does everybody notice that?
There's no sound. It's more about how it feels.
Oh, I'll keep hitting it. But it'll be different. Instead of me raging, I'll stop raging, and then I'll just turn towards it, get very close, and then smack it, and then put my head up against it.
Make a perception check.
Oh, yeah, no digital dice this time. Yes. 22.
Wow.
22. You hear a slight echo after you hit the wall, as if sound traveled through the wall and then bounced off another wall inside.
I drop the femur that's my mace, and I reach out my hands, my large bugbear claws and my huge arms, and I just start reaching along the wall, feeling along it, trying to find like a line or a groove or any kind of imperfection in the surface of this. Are these natural caves, or are these man-made? Are they constructed?
These appear to be man-made. And as you're feeling along the wall, there's about a 5-foot section that actually feels... It's a strange phrasing of it, but have you ever felt stone that felt soft?
Of course. Yeah. Like a limestone?
Yes. So
Yeah.
the stone in this 5-foot section feels softer, but as you go past it on either side, it becomes rougher. The stone on the other side of the wall is also incredibly rough, very hard and solid. This stone feels softer, but it's durable. The texture of it feels differently, though.
Oh, I know
different.
I know you like wood, but you don't need to hug stone.
And I'll claw at the stone there to see if it scrapes or
It
not.
doesn't.
Stone is different here. I'll bite at it and taste it. Does it taste different, or does it taste does it break off at all?
There's
Can
no
I get
taste at all. It's almost like licking like a clean rubber surface.
He's experimenting. Stro, what did you find?
Not the same. Different than the other walls.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Yes.
What do we have?
All right, I'm going to look at the wall, investigate the wall, and try to determine what he's dealing with.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you, so I lay a big mitt on you.
Great.
And spores pour off of my body and land on you.
Well, that feels good.
What advantage or what? I forgot what guidance does.
D4.
D4. Okay. Like a bless, but one
Zell
round.
and
21.
Nah, not Stro. Zell and Zeph, make a perception check for me. 21.
Perception.
On investigation. Yep.
Okay.
You can guess that this is definitely magic.
Natural one.
Natural one.
I love this so much. Red, make an Arcana check, just
Okay.
right off the bat.
Cool.
And it is a straight check. Y'all are not giving them disadvantage, and that's a little sad. I mean, I know they might not need it, but like,
Yeah.
Uh,
Mine's gonna be double disadvantage if you give me disadvantage.
You said Arcana?
Mhm.
25.
It feels like this is a variation of arcane lock. Something specific opens the lock, but otherwise the pathway will not open.
It's This is like arcane lock. We need to find the thing that opens it.
Magic?
Magic?
Yes, magic.
I turn
You
to
all
Zeph.
see a tiny little 1 foot tall mushroom person walk up the hallway behind all of you.
Stro.
So, like, family?
Like it's a literal
Ding, ding,
like,
ding!
1
The
foot tall
word
mic.
was said. We said the word. We said the word.
I'm so proud. You know what?
Is it like literally a cousin?
Like a mic in it.
Is it a little mushroom man?
It's a literal like it's an actual little myconid mushroom man that's like a foot tall.
You just see like all the like frustration and like not rage because he's not a barbarian, but like the tension just kind of pour away from Stro, almost like it's the first time he's ever seen a puppy, and he gets down real close onto the ground, like he kind of crouches down on all fours, and he starts scooting towards it, just staring at it. And I'll just start releasing all kinds of spores to communicate with it. In other words, like sending out, are you friend? Are you family? Where are you from? Why are you here? I am Stro. I am Strofaria. Like just sending message after message towards it.
Red looks at Zeph and goes,
He was scary before, but this is terrifying.
I know. And some of the mushrooms are like hitting me in the face because I'm still on your shoulder. It's like,
He does this sometimes.
Wow.
Stro, make an insight check with advantage because
Okay.
Gabe forgot to hell you were a mushroom man.
I thought that's why you put it in there. I was like,
Nah,
heck
I mean,
yeah.
Nope, I have a chart.
19.
Oh hell. You're sending out messages. They are not responding, almost as if they don't understand what you're saying. And they like wobble back a little bit and pull out like a tiny knife.
Oh.
You see Stro get really sad.
Oh, poor Stro.
I wrap my wings around his neck and give him a hug.
Not family?
And it's a very quick moment, but all of you definitely notice Stro says that, and the little mushroom like looks up at the roof for a second and then like looks back at all of you and like just starts stepping backwards.
Get him! Get him!
I look at the roof. What is the mushroom looking at?
There's nothing up there.
how big is this mushroom person?
Foot tall.
Does it weigh less than 5 pounds?
Mushrooms don't weigh much.
They don't.
I had to check how much something else weighs. Don't worry about that. Ooh, crap. Now, don't make me compare ounces. See, less than 5 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, hell.
As Red kind of waves his hands in the air and begins casting a spell.
9?
Okay, it fails. Red launches the mushroom man with its knife into the ceiling where it looked, causing it some damage. Yay, catapult!
Yeah, that's a good use of that spell.
Yep.
That's funny.
It takes 12 damage as it hits the ceiling.
Oh no.
Hoping it'll drop the knife in its hand. That's kind of what Red's point was to do that for.
Ron, roll a d20 for me and tell me if it gets above a 15.
It does not.
Okay. As you catapult the figure up, the knife actually gets stuck in the ceiling with the force that you shot them up. And they're kind of like hanging there, and the mushroom head actually comes off like a mask. And you all see a tiny little vole person looking down, wearing a mushroom suit.
That's so
Not
cute.
family. And Stro starts to right himself up, and he gets really, really big. And he reaches back and pulls a
work.
spear from his
It didn't
back
work.
that's
It didn't
made
work. It
out
didn't
of
work. It
the
didn't work.
rib of a
It didn't
large
work.
animal.
Rose,
It didn't
And
work.
he's gonna
Rose,
huck it at this creature
Go ahead.
with
Roll.
all of his might. He's just gonna throw the spear as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah.
You
Roll
just
that attack.
impersonated. You just impersonated my people. That is not cool. 16 plus 5 is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, poor baby.
6 damage.
Okay. So it doesn't impale it, but it does take its tail off.
Oh,
Excuse
And-
me? Are you Mole?
That's clearly a vole.
Oh,
Speak.
And it like
Oh, wow.
poofs away.
Oh.
The little tail part just doom, 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 lands on the
Red goes
ground,
and
and
grabs
the
the
knife
tail
is
and
still in
puts
the
it-
ceiling.
Red goes and grabs the tail and puts it in a vial. And
I fly up to
it's
get the
like-
knife.
Oh, thank you. I was going to ask Stro to do that. Thank you.
Of course. And I try and pull the knife from the ceiling.
Make a strength check.
Okay. Plus nada. Oh, 18. Wow.
Yeah, you get the knife.
Nice.
It has a nice little like rat tail engraving on the side.
I fly it back down and hand it to Stro.
Stro takes it and looks at it,
Oh,
completely confused, and looks back at Zeph. Why? Why they do this?
I think it's what they call psychological warfare.
That's
Yeah.
totally over his head.
I
They
hate
wanted to mess with you.
Why?
to anger you,
Ooh.
make you do things and you not think.
Yes.
Why they pretend to be family?
That's exactly what you feel right now.
Probably to shank you with this when you're least expecting it.
Stro doesn't like.
Good point. It's not a thing to like. Can I see that, please?
He
The
just
other side of the
hands it to
hallway,
you.
Oh,
you all
ooh.
see. You see what looks to be. You see what looks to be like, if you know Ted, the weird animated teddy bear.
Yeah.
There's a Ted version of Red, the other side down the hallway.
Red
What?
immediately throws the dagger at it.
Oh my god,
No!
guys!
Roll that attack,
Oh,
and then it's
thank
going to
you.
try to run the hell away.
No, Thank you. I mean, it's a reaction. I doubt he was even really aiming. It is a finesse weapon, so throwing it, I can use my dexterity, but it's not that great. It's a plus. Where's my plus here? Here it is. 12.
It. And
Oh,
it like
no.
turns a corner and dips.
Oh. Did anybody else see that?
No.
Yes.
Before it turns the corner, can I try and cast Vortex Warp on it?
Ooh. That's a fun spell.
So it needs to make a con save. A 14.
Alright. Con save of 14. Well, I originally would have had advantage from Let Gabe Hit You. Lesbian Wolf took that from me.
Oh.
But Let Gabe Hit You came in the clutch because there was another one. So this, instead of letting Gabe hit you, let Gabe run away, which is great because the first one was going to be a 6, but the second was a 17.
Ah, so a small rift-like portal appears under the Build-A-Panda's feet, and then it just gets away.
Build a panda.
It like
Build a
hops
red.
up comically high, and then goes like, you know that thing where like cartoon characters start running in place before they hit the ground. 100% that, and then it's just
Nice.
like running with its neck backwards.
I'm sorry, I tried.
What was that? I'd never seen that spell before.
Oh, I take out my my grimoire. I learned it from this book.
How did you like our new and improved version of you? You hear in the tunnels.
Oh, so you can't be original and you gotta make a copy, huh?
We call them Redder.
Yeah, you know
Redder?
what I call them? Stupid. I call
Wait
them
until you
stupid.
see Reddest.
There's another? Also, are you rabbit or mole?
No?
What, you're someone new?
Yes.
Who?
I think he's lying to you.
Platypus.
Platypus.
Mhm.
So
No
you're...
such thing.
What?
I
Alligator.
don't know if I believe you.
Well, your dad's dumb.
What?
You're gonna bring dads into this.
Why would
You don't
say
want to bring his dad
What
into
did you
this
say about
conversation.
my father?
dumb?
What did you say?
You hear a click.
I look at Stro. I will burn his fields to the ground with him in them.
Is this more what he said? And I point towards Red. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was you that said psychological warfare, wasn't it? Yeah. So is this more of what you said? War?
Yes, and it's working.
Yeah, so I might I know he's saying some very strange things and he's kind of rubbing us the wrong way, but we need
Lies.
to keep yes, absolutely, but we're falling into their plan. We need to not do that. We need to think clearly and make a clear analyzed plan.
Stro wants to leave.
And I am a feeler. I
That
feel
does
things.
too. Oh, your feelings are valid.
Thank you.
All right, if we're done talking about our feelings, we have an assignment to finish here, and I think the only way to move on is to provide blood to this particular spot in the dungeon. So, does anyone want to volunteer?
Oh, wait.
And Red pulls out the tail. I'm assuming it's bloody.
No.
The rat tail that came
Really?
down was not.
it's
not bloody.
not.
Oh no.
I would say that. Uh-oh.
He puts it back.
Well, that's good that I got that piece of for experimentation.
Look, I'm quite an expert with
Blood?
accurate slicing with small weapons. So,
Can we do that to
stabbing.
Platypus?
sorry, what was that?
Can we stab Platypus?
Which one's Platypus?
The one who insulted my father.
Yes?
Well, he's not here, so I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. So who's volunteering to get stabbed is what Zell is trying to ask.
Oh, all right.
If it
hold
gets me to
on.
Platypus, I'll do it.
Oh, okay, great.
By me? Yeah, great.
No, Zeph.
Come
Why?
here.
Have to. It's personal now.
Like I said, very good, very precise. Now, did you have a preference on where you'd like to be cut? I would recommend the shin.
The shin?
Typically, you don't need the shin
Gabe,
for much.
Red pulls a dagger from his side and goes and stabs Zell in the back.
That's fair. That's
All right.
fair.
You say stay back.
I say payback.
roll an attack roll.
It's messed up, but it's fair.
Dang. What have I done?
All right, so I rolled a
This is-
12 plus 4, 16.
What's your AC?
hit your
I'm
AC.
sure that hits. Hold on, let me check. Sorry. Oh, it just hits. I have an AC of 15.
Roll damage.
Y'all realize that we can just find anything that's got blood in it, kill it, and then bring it back here. Like we don't.
Well,
have
she
to
was
stab
trying to
each
hurt
other.
him, and I just realized, Red just realized, like, you just did that to Ned. You should be
Well-
one
Yeah.
getting stabbed.
I don't know.
You
We haven't
take
seen
five,
anything.
5 hit points. 5 hit points.
Oh,
Dang.
So
I don't
as
see any creatures.
you stab and your blade comes free, the blood instead of dropping down, It's actually sucked to the side into the wall. The stone then all turns a tone of red, and it becomes opaque, and then almost entirely transparent. And you see inside a crown sitting on a pedestal.
Whoa.
Red kind of wipes the blood off of this dagger and puts it away. It says,
Turns out you were right.
She
Maybe next time.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, just my reaction right after you stabbed me. I want you to continue what you were saying.
Sure.
She turns around. Respect, little one.
Well,
Very
next time
good.
you'll promise not to stab me, and I won't stab you.
Yes, still not gonna promise that, but that was a good.
Okay,
That was a good
great.
stab.
There you go. I'm
Okay, sorry. What were we gonna say?
sort of. I feel a little bad about it, but not a whole lot.
No, it was good. It wasn't.
Yeah, I
It
wasn't
wasn't
trying
in
to
a-
hurt you.
in a
Yeah, I
major
wasn't really
artery,
trying
no.
to hurt you.
You
No,
avoided the
no.
spine. Yes, I mean it hurts. I'm in a lot of pain right now, but
Well,
it's not
hold on, I
dire.
can fix that. Hold on, I can fix it.
And he casts on you Healing Word.
Oh.
And with
Yeah, you get 6 hit points back.
There you go.
Oh.
where the crown is sitting, there is almost crystals on the roof above, and bright beams of light are shining down on this in a wide radius.
Zeph.
I grumpily do an Arcana check.
Go for it.
Insults my father. Searching for a crown. I'll try.
Giselle, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Just a random wisdom saving throw from the DM. Got it.
Yeah.
Any advantage? Any advantage or disadvantage?
People just want to watch this happen. Shape.
Ooh.
You could be helping them.
So I rolled a
8.
1 because I'm fuming and I can't focus.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You said 8?
8.
Ooh, love this. You feel your body start walking forward almost compulsively. I want that crown.
Oh, I think that the big one might be better suited for that task in particular. If
And
there's
you
any,
start reaching forward.
I,
And as you start reaching forward, you reach through the light to grab the crown. It feels cool in your hands. But then something strange happens. The light starts to burn, and you suffer 7 points of radiant damage as it shines down from your elbow to your fingers.
Do I recognize it? Is that Moonbeam? Do I recognize it as a druidic thing?
Yes, it is.
So as this is radiant damage, does something happen, or is
Your body does start to shift ever so slightly, Zell.
my whole body
and-
or just my arm?
Just your arm. Would you please tell us what they see as you turn holding the crown in your hand? But your
Well, hold
hand
on.
looks
If it's
slightly
if it's Moonbeam and she's a shapeshifter, then she has to revert to her original form. That's what Moonbeam does.
Right.
You're right.
Oh my
it
god,
Totally breaks her shift. Yep.
Gabe. Oh.
Look, don't look at me.
oopsie.
Don't look at me.
So what do you turn into? Because Stro's right there staring at you, and he doesn't understand much.
So this would cause a complete transformation.
Well, you know what? Let's if so, then let's say, because I want you to decide this part. You reach forward and your arm is out, but you're still not facing the party. Do
Okay.
you turn?
Okay, so she does not turn, yet, but you can see her kind of. And she sort of sinks down lower into her cloak as she convulses down into more of a scrunched form.
What happened?
Are
What's
you
going
okay?
on?
She tosses the Can she toss the crown? Can she release it?
Yeah, you can toss it to the side if you would like.
You can
yes.
shift back as long as you remove yourself from the moonbeam. You can shift back if you're a shifter. Just by the way.
Well, the way that my particular
Just letting you know so
is-
that you are informed. Yeah.
I think because Gabe, that we agreed that it like if I take radiant damage, then it happens, right?
Yeah, it happens, and then it takes a little bit of time to recover back, to go back to it.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So she releases the crown and swirls off to the side and doesn't say anything, just kind of like shudders there
Zeph?
for a moment.
Red strolls over to the crown and picks it up.
I go to Zell. Are you okay?
She pulls her hood
Careful.
and shies away from them.
Oh, it's okay. And I try to rub her back a little bit with my wing. Oh, I'm sorry.
She pulls away.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
We're all friends here.
Why are you hiding?
She doesn't say anything.
I feel your
Through her
power.
cloak, she motions towards the crown.
You feel your power starting to come back, Sal. Your ability to hide something. Do you want to shift back?
Not yet.
Okay. I'll leave it up to you.
She's motioning toward the crown. Red, is there anything weird about it?
Red will investigate the crown.
Yeah, we get our Arcana check.
Keep growing really great for Arcana checks. 23.
You feel a cycle going back and forth between what feels like a blessing and a curse. It's almost like the sun and the moon itself.
Red puts the crown on.
That's a bold choice.
Blessing and a curse, he feels, so.
First
Hell
you're
yeah.
bringing back gods. Now you're putting on curse crowns.
Hey, man.
Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
All right, that's not great.
Red's a
Oh,
gambler.
hey! I forgot that artificers are trained in that. That's great. Ooh! Man, I'm on fire tonight. 25 intelligence saving throw.
Incredible. You feel a connection to this crown. This crown was owned by a wizard who then became a warlock after making a deal with a god.
Mm.
But the god that they made a deal with fell, and so did the wizard warlock themselves. And the power that they had gained, that they had grown, the knowledge they earned, was embedded into this crown. The longer you wear it, the more secrets you may discover, but the more danger you may be in. It's up to you. We'll see.
As he tries to remove the crown after that.
You can.
Okay, he pulls the crown off. He's like,
Okay, well, that was a ride.
and he puts it in his bag. He's like,
Let's just say a wizard became a warlock, and he made a deal with a god, and then bad things and good things in this crown, but I don't think we should wear it. Are you a warlock, Zell?
He doesn't know what he speaks of. I want my crown back.
She whirls towards you, and you can see that she's reconstituting back into this beautiful young woman that she was, who you met. But what you see stitching itself back into that woman, like patchwork kind of growing on her face, was from what looks to be like a haggard elderly woman with sallow and gray skin falling off of the bone. You can see skull underneath. There's warts in patches all over her body. There's scabs all around her mouth. Her hair is the same color, but it's long and stringy and greasy and black and gray. Her teeth are yellow and pointy. And the only thing that's the same is her eyes are still that like strikingly light blue glow, and it's
Stro grabs Zeph and pulls him back, like trying to protect him from this transformation, this creature transforming back into a beautiful woman.
Hey, Gabe, is there any? Does this strike a chord in like any of my Arcanic or nature knowledge?
Both of you make a history check.
Yeah. Being from the Feywild, would I get a sense that she might be a hag?
Make a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Stro doesn't have history, so he just assumes that she's like a weird, monstrous changeling thing.
Natural 20 plus 4.
Oh!
You have definitely encountered Feywild hags of incredible different varieties. And although Zell does not remind you of any that you know of, the disposition, the change, the reaction, it does give you the same thought that in some sense, Zell is or is in relation to a hag.
Hey, Zell?
Yes.
Oh, would you like some water?
What is she?
Well, I mean,
I'm fine.
Who are you?
I'm fine. I'm just all right, look. I don't like to tell people about this because it's not very becoming of a young woman in these parts, but I am a night hag. And there are more of us around than you might think, actually. So I would be careful about any judgments you have about them.
I'm a red panda person. Why would I judge you?
See, he said it too.
you've been really nice to me.
Don't
so
look young. You looked old.
that's mean.
And I pop Stro.
He doesn't even react. Like, he just lets you hit him.
I don't know if either of you are aware of what night hags do, if you have never
Yep,
passed
I am.
judgment.
Me? No.
Yep, definitely.
I
understand.
have no clue.
Stro, let's just say,
Yes, I'd love to hear this.
don't make them upset.
Oh, it's not about
Why?
being upset.
Well, I meant rather than like, don't get in their way or ruin their plans.
She's very powerful.
What plans?
Don't know, that's the hard part.
They consume souls as food, but there's been this sort of revolution among the Shadowvitch coven that I'm a part of, where we only take part in consuming the souls of those who are very, very wicked, and so it's really a good thing.
Is that why you stabbed Ned? Because he was wicked?
No.
Hmm.
I only stab for profit.
I release
Oh.
myself from Stro.
Oh yeah, he never holds on to you, dude. He just pulls you away to protect you and then lets you go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I flap over to Zell and hold out my wings for her to grab if she would like to.
She looks at him suspiciously. Yes, what is it?
Oh, I just wanted to hold your hands.
And
Oh.
Red, noticing the look on Stro's face, he casts a slight spell, and Stro, around your head, slightly hitting your shoulders, are like autumn leaves begin to fall and just hit your shoulders.
He tries not to be distracted, but then you notice at one point he takes a leaf and stuffs it into his mouth.
That's exactly what Red thought. That's exactly. So when that works, he changes it, right? He changes it to like it's now like flower petals, daisies falling slightly.
He grabs the flower petals and shoves it into his mouth.
Cool. Yep. And
he's still staring at Zeph and Zell though the whole time this is happening.
That's fine. It's fine as long as he keeps grabbing them and eating them. That's Red's gonna keep just casting that cantrip to make sure that he's distracted.
Amazing.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you. I'll take your hands. But listen, this stays between us, all right? Because it's very hard to make one's way in the world as a creature who makes a habit of killing.
You're
Well,
telling
beside you.
me.
First of all, you're a person.
Yep.
Secondly, you're safe with us, right, Stro?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Stro does not know what to think, so you turn and say that to him, and he's got leaves and flowers stuffed into him. He's just like, that's it.
He'll come around. Zell, can I ask a favor of you?
You may ask.
So, in addition to stabbing people and things, you also eat souls, right? For sustenance?
I truly, I mostly just capture them.
Would you be interested in eating a soul?
Are you offering me a soul?
Platypus. He insulted Daddy and Papa, and I would like his soul eaten by you, after being stabbed, of course.
This took a turn, Red, huh?
Yeah. You're asking me. Wait, where'd I come from?
you noticed the like teddy bear version of you is next to you, like leaning on you.
What are you doing? What,
Yeah.
You!
I was watching the show. They were bonding.
Stro's gonna reach out with his very long arms and try to grab the teddy bear by the scruff and pick him up.
Continue.
Well, look, the most useful souls to all of us are the most wicked, the most evil. So,
Is
Are
it
you
also eating
saying-
the flowers and leaves?
Yep. But it's like stuffing it through like the face, the mouth hole.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good.
are you saying that this is a very evil soul that needs to be contained?
He insulted the two most important people in my life. I would say he's a vile monster.
Oh, hold
It's
on.
all the permission I need.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. This is ridiculous. You're saying that somebody simply insulting your family means they get to have their soul eaten?
If it's Platypus, then yes, he insulted everyone here, didn't he?
Yes, but have you ever insulted anybody in your life?
No.
Never said a bad word or a hard thing to anyone.
Why would anybody ever do that? Isn't life hard enough?
People say things when they're stressed out that they don't mean sometimes.
But we were literally abducted. Hey, you don't get a vote right now.
I mean, I get that they were abducted, but we don't know the whole situation, so let's not just start selling people's souls off. You
That's
know?
fair. No, you're right. Sorry, Zell.
Well, you look just to play devil's advocate here.
Night Hag's advocate.
Right. Interchangeable.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
It's like when you talk to those who only eat plants and not meat.
That is not like that at all.
It might be because
Feywild
you
kind
know
of is.
for a night hag, we need sustenance of this particular type, and it's a circle of life, and that's my pitch.
Do you eat people?
Me?
Looking at Stro.
Only after they die.
Oh.
Right, and that's not forever, right? Because the soul continues on, whereas your body is
Unless
just meat.
Zell eats it.
Well, but again,
Why don't we make them apologize?
First
Find
step.
Platypus Make Platypus say sorry.
Better.
And then I'm gonna turn and like look at the teddy bear creature, just like eye to eye, and just stare him down.
Hi.
Where, Platypus?
I'll show you.
And then Stro will slowly.
Insight check.
Yeah, do I believe that?
Insight check.
Stro believes it, so Stro slowly.
I
shuts his
figured-
arm down.
Well, I figured believe it. Red's like insight. What? No, is that true at all? I mean,
You have an advantage, Jalen, from Lesbian Wolf.
Thank you.
I rolled a nat 1.
That's not gonna get it. That might. Insight? Non-natural 20.
Okay.
Nat 1.
It's one of those things that seems like they both mean it, but there's also ulterior motives. So it's like, yeah, I'll take you to the grocery store because you want to go, but I want steak. So that's the main reason we're going.
He has interior motives.
What?
What, yeah, what?
He has motives that are different. Well, parallel motives.
Ulterior.
That word.
All right.
Stro is
Thank you.
slowly lowering the
All,
bear.
all
back
motives
down
are
to the ground.
interior.
What are you going to do? And then he releases the bear. But the bear, like if the bear tries to leave outside of the 10-foot range, like run away, he's just going to snatch the bear back up.
I'm gonna walk to the room where Platypus should be.
Good.
I hold my wand to his back. You better.
Good.
What are you doing? What? Well, your
Threatening
fingers
you.
feel weird.
Yes.
Wait, why are you threatening me?
You're
Isn't
an inanimate object that talks.
This is also how it works, right?
What?
We threaten
I don't
you,
know.
You
I'm-
take us to where we need to go.
I'm not Platypus. Why am I the problem?
I know, but you're the lead to Platypus.
But you're willing to take me out because I'm.
No, if you do
Associated?
what we say, I won't. Just lead us, please.
Please.
This test is stupid.
And they just like kind of like start walking kind of slowly. They're saying strange words. Wow.
Be crazy if Platypus showed up, huh?
Nothing.
Okay, well, I hope Platypus doesn't ambush us in the hallway.
Huh?
Is it starting to sound suspicious?
Mm-hmm. Poke a little harder.
Ow! What is that for?
You're being suspicious.
I'm being hopeful.
I don't think your hope aligns with ours.
Do you want Platypus to ambush us in the hallway?
No.
Then it aligns. You're silly.
They walk faster.
You see, Red? These are the kinds of people that follow Platypus. They insult people.
Look, I understand. It's very confusing and a little upsetting and
Do you want insulters
stress-inducing.
to have souls?
Well, I want to know why they're insulting us. That's what I want to know, and then we can decide whether they get to have souls or not. Although that I don't think that's our decision, but that's just my opinion.
It's
They lead
Zells.
you to a doorway.
Okay, Platypus is probably in there. That door is trapped.
With what?
I don't know. I just know it's trapped. I just open it to find out.
Wait, hold on a
Stro
second.
opens the door and throws the bear in.
No!
He just opens the door and hucks the bear.
Can I fist bump Stro?
That
We're about to find out if that bear was lying to us about a trapped door. That's what we're about to find out.
That complicates a lot of things.
I bet it does.
Huh. Well,
Who was standing at the door to see this?
He got to the door to open it and throw it. Red was about to go up there to like inspect it when it was told, but I would assume that he kind of went in front of us and just opened the door and threw.
I'm also 10 feet away from the door when I do this. Like my arms are long enough. It's just open chuck.
Yeah.
You know.
As you chuck, I step back from holding him at wand point.
Okay. You still touch the door.
For sure.
Yeah.
You open the door, toss the bear in. You see a wide open room, and I'm gonna make sure this is the right one. That's what it is. You see a ballista across the way, facing the doorway, that immediately fires when you open the door.
Sure.
So I'm going to roll to see if it hits the bear, and then disadvantage to see if it goes through to hit you.
Sure.
This is bad.
But awesome, because I can imagine that ballista's gonna go straight through the bear and pin it to Stro. That's what I imagine. That's what's headcanon for me.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, I rolled a 7 to hit the bear, so that will miss. Disadvantage to Jesus, Lord above. Does an 18 hit you, Stro?
Oh, for sure. Even with my shield, it would hit me.
I've never gotten to use a ballista in D&D before.
Yeah, does a lot of damage.
No, you're fine. All right. The bear kind of like front flips over it. It's very Olympic gymnastics. It'd be impressive if it didn't kind of piss you off because you threw the bear to basically shield your body. You take 17 points of piercing damage as this ballista. It's relatively small, so it does go like clean through, and it does go through some of the mossier parts, but it is incredibly painful.
What
was that?
Didn't work. And he just slumps to the ground.
Oh no.
What was
run
that?
over.
It
Where'd
went
you
through
go?
my ribs.
The bear is in the room.
I try to bandage the wounds a little bit. Is that just a medicine check?
Okay, yeah, make a medicine check.
Was the ballista still sticking in me, or did it go through me?
Through.
Okay.
Yeah, in and out.
14 plus 1? 15.
15. It doesn't look like they will get any worse. You also in this medicine check, you know that it wasn't poisoned or anything. It doesn't look like there's like any extra lingering danger. It was simply a spring-loaded trap that has been used.
Gotcha. Can you put mushrooms in the wound?
Moss.
Moss?
Need moss. And he's trying to reach up to his shoulder where all the moss grows. Ugh. But he's in so much pain because he's got a friggin' hole in his chest at this point.
I fly up and grab it for you.
Thanks. And then he closes his eyes and starts to rub the moss together in his hands, and then he places it over the wounds. That's his version of Goodberry, by the way.
I love that.
So it'll take a while for it to take effect, but it'll slowly heal 10 hit points.
Incredible. Love that. I say done. And the bear like disappears into the room.
Red pulls one of the vials that he made last time with your body parts, your mushroom, edible body mushrooms, and he shakes it, and he's like,
You can drink this.
Thanks. He just opens his mouth.
This is fine.
"It is. You drink it down. It tastes like mushrooms."
Beautiful.
Important question.
and
Did
you-
anyone take the crown?
I have it in my bag.
Yeah, I assumed that Red has it.
You gain 10 hit points.
Wow. Dang. Okay.
So the insulter has escaped.
Stro
For now.
slowly picks himself up. Why did he lead us to this room?
Does anyone walk in the room?
Hold on, don't go in the room yet. Hold on. The last time we went into a room, some bones started to grow, and we had to fight a troll. So let's look around before we cross the thresholds of things.
I agree.
Red gets close to the door and just sort of.
You're peering into the room from the outside.
Peering into the room. Yeah, but trying to keep it like a low profile, like side of the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
Okay. Huh. You see, sitting on top, a pile of wood, about 10 feet high, a platypus.
I step up beside Red. Do you tell me this?
I look back and go,
There may or may not be what appears to be potentially a platypus, but let's not freak out.
My feathers begin
Not
to
freak
rustle.
out. Let's not freak out. It might be an illusion. To
Mind
ruffle your
sliver.
feathers. Okay.
How far into the room is this platypus in Salter?
It's about 25 feet.
Okay, cool. 60 feet range.
Okay.
I like how his class is insulter. He's a platypus insulter.
And what am I rolling
class
for my
type.
sliver?
It's a intelligence saving throw of 14.
That is a 13.
Ooh, in that case, that is 1d6 psychic damage for
spell.
2 points. And I subtract, or rather, the platypus subtracts a d4 from the next saving throw before the end of my next turn. So 6 seconds. 1.
It lets out a wail of pain.
Think about what you've done.
Does it seem to be it just sort of sits there and takes it and doesn't seem to react much?
And then it just kind of slumps down.
Oh, well, now it's a sadipus.
He knows what he did. Also, is my comprehend languages still up? It goes for an hour.
Most likely, then, yes.
Okay. Do I understand the platypus at all?
It is making platypus sounds. It is not a. It is. It's not a spoken language.
It's just a platypus.
Yes.
Oh no.
To speak the past, you have to speak with animals for something like this.
Oh, I have that.
That's it. You didn't use it. That's
No, I know.
Stro,
I'm just saying nobody's said, is this a real platypus or anything? So
I think this is just a platypus.
what?
I may have taken vengeance a tad too early.
I told you. I told
did.
you. I
I know,
warned
I know.
you.
He
Is
did.
he dead?
I
The
hope
platypus
not.
hops off the log and starts walking your direction.
It's not dead.
Wow.
And it gets about 10 feet from you, Zeph. And it
As it-
looks you in the eyes. Good.
Yeah, as it scrolls forward, Red kind of steps back a little bit to Zell.
Important question.
Mhm.
Do platypuses have souls?
DM.
Yes.
Why, yes, they do.
Just saying. Hey,
And that's
Wh-
it.
I'm sorry, what? No, I would love some clarification, Red.
there's a platypus right there. Souls. It looks like it's an evil platypus.
Oh, it does. What makes you say it looks evil?
The way it's
Zeph-
looking at Zeph right now.
Zeph, I'd like you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh.
And see, it made him make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, 23.
That's a wizard for you.
Yeah, it is.
Gross. You feel something trying to peek into your brain, but you shake it off.
Do I see this? Do I see the platypus or whatever caused this spell to happen?
It is.
You see the platypus, but all you hear is, and because Mind Sliver is simply a verbal spell, there is no somatic or material components to it. So I feel like it'd be hard to gauge what's happening.
Okay.
But you did see Zeph, like, after the platypus stared him in the eye. Still stared him in the eye.
Zeph, are you all right?
I think he tried to mess with my brain, but to be fair, I tried to mess with his brain first. Would you mind asking if this is the platypus that insulted my father?
Well, at this point, I'm going to step, because I'm big enough. I'm going to step over the top of Red and Zeph into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more to this room besides the ballista and the platypus, or is it just those two things and the pile of wood?
Platypus and that pile of wood are the only things in this room. There's another door on the far side of the room, but otherwise it is empty.
Can I pick the platypus up? Is it going to resist? I'm not going to hurt it. I'm just going to pick it up.
Make an animal handling check.
Okay, I can do that. 12?
It lets you pick it up. It looks minorly concerned, but
I'll pinch off a piece of moss and a little bit of mushroom and try to feed it to the platypus.
its tongue goes out way longer than it should and wraps around the moss and comes back in like a frog.
Oh.
Strange.
We're still thinking it's evil.
Never seen creature like this. Can I make a nature roll to see if this is a natural creature or if this is some kind of freaky aberration?
Yeah.
It has a soul. We know that.
We know it has a soul.
Mm-hmm.
21 on the nature roll.
It feels like some evolutionary offset of what a platypus should be. Whether that evolution is natural or magical is hard to tell. But this is most of it does not seem like a normal platypus to you in many ways.
Okay, but it is trying to speak. It's saying something in like an animal, like.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, then at that point, I would, because it ate the moss, especially, I'll close my eyes. They flutter for a moment, and then when they open, I'll activate the spores that are inside of the creature's body and cast Speak with Animals on it.
Wild. Into it. Okay, love it.
Did we grab the crown? Side note.
I have the crown in the bag.
Red's got it.
Okay.
So you have to stab him to get to it.
Great. That was what I was getting to.
And I'm going to start speaking in platypus to it.
Why are you here? Why is your friend going into my mind and causing me suffering? Are you the new four for the test?
We were taken, yes. There are voices telling us to do things.
Yes, those are the voles.
Voles. They blamed you, Platypus.
What?
They blamed you.
For what?
For telling us to do such things.
No. I've only been alive for 2 days.
Oh.
How do you know?
How do I know I've been alive for 2 days?
That I can't understand.
How do you know that you've only been, yes, created?
Well, they create us with mental clocks.
Clocks.
To count the days. So we see how long we last, and then they check at the end.
It is
The better ones last longer.
a test.
Everything is a test. Welcome to the testing grounds.
Testing grounds. He actually says that in common, by the way.
Yes. Yes, the testing grounds. It is a weird, fun area on the 3rd floor of the dungeon. One of the offset rooms.
Dungeon.
Bro, ask them if they're evil.
Are the voles evil?
More importantly, can you just ask how we can complete this and get back to where we began?
He turns and looks at you. He is but 2 days created. 2 days old.
Oh, well.
I'm maybe 2 days old if you think I'm going to believe that.
Why would he lie?
Why does that look like something like me, but it speaks like something like you? And it looks at Red.
I do not know.
Is that not an animal? Is it? Oh, I bet you they have a clock in their head.
He looks at you, Red. Do you have clock inside your head?
I mean, I have no. I mean, technically, a brain could be considered a soft form of clock, I suppose. So, yes.
Is this a he or a she platypus?
He.
Or an it? He.
He flips it over. Okay.
I figured I could tell by the voice. Now that I speak platypus. So Stro's trying to piece all of this together, but he's going to turn to Zeph and Zell and Red. He says this is trial, testing ground, 3rd floor of dungeon.
What's
Run
the
by
test?
voles.
Voles.
I'll turn back around. Did you say voles or moles?
Voles.
Voles.
V.
Turn back around and look at the platypus. And in platypus, I'll say, what is test? Why is test?
They're testing to see how long people will wander a dungeon that never ends.
So I'll turn and at this point, he's just going to start acting as translator.
Yeah.
Because clearly this is beyond Stro's comprehension.
I knew it. Psychological warfare. I said it.
You did, and you also fell victim to it a few times.
Yeah, I know.
We got to be careful. Look, we'll be accountability buddies.
Okay, I'm good with that. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
How do we get to voles? How will we find them?
If you stop playing, they'll come to you. Like that little bear suit. They like to dress up.
And what happens? Can you ask what happens when they come to us? What are we supposed to do?
What do they do when they come?
Well, if you catch them and they can't go anywhere, then they have to take you out. The way they disappear. When they disappear, they take anything touching them with them.
What do they like? How can we trap them? Just sit here and wait?
Their favorite food, is it platypus?
Eat each other?
Also, do they deserve to have their souls eaten?
Voles tend not to eat other things unless they're insects, if I remember correctly from my training.
That one is not okay. And they look at Zeph. They like sweets, though.
Sweets. Don't have any sweets. I have scabs. Lots of scabs.
Sweets.
I mean, if you give me a couple of minutes, I can make some.
All right.
Why do they do this? Why do they test? What is purpose?
They are, as you might say, enlightened animals? No, there's another word. Words like animals that get smarter. They were given smarter.
Evolution.
Yeah, they know words better. They can do magic. And so they're testing people unlike them, so they can be smarter than them, so they can be stronger than them. And sometimes take their magic or their items or their gold. Adventurers come into the dungeon lots, apparently. So they make people like us to entertain them. And if something happens to one of us, they replace us.
So they're evil. Evil anthropomorphic voles.
They're bad, but probably not evil.
Why not just speak? Why play games?
They're lonely.
Checks out.
And from the bag, from his bag, or sorry, not his bag, behind him, where he keeps some of his vials, he pulls out his alchemy jug, and he says,
Honey,
Great. So
I got sweets now.
look, I have people to see and places to go, so I think that we should just sit here, wait for them to come, as this one is saying. Bait them with this honey and sweets as you can make, Red, and Bob's your uncle. We'll get out of here.
Bob's not my uncle.
It's a common saying.
I have an uncle. He's also an archfey.
Is his name Bob?
Ulorian.
So Lorian's your uncle.
Lori.
Well,
Okay.
and Red looks up to the ceilings.
I certainly hope, you know what? I'm not going anywhere
And he jumps up and sits on the wood, and he goes,
until I get to see Rabbit and Mole, and maybe we could share a shot of honey or two.
And bring Platypus with you. Not you, Mr. Platypus. The other. The insulter.
And it goes and like falls asleep next to the wood.
And I feel bad for attacking him earlier, so I leave a gold next to him.
Aww.
Goldie.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but figure that out when we get there.
I feel like
Alright.
that's how the creator of Platypuses felt about platypuses. I don't know what we're going to do with it.
But it's here now.
It's here now.
So Zell takes part of her cloak and whatever she's wearing, and she posts up and relaxes up against the wall and waits for Red to display his honey and sweet things, and just waits for the creatures to come to them.
You all notice a few minutes pass, and then the far door opens, and two tiny rodent heads pop out. And they slowly start walking over, one of them missing a chunk of their tail.
What are they doing?
Oh,
I don't know, but they stopped walking. It's dumb. Yeah, I don't get it, but how are we gonna get them to start walking? Well, we tried tricking them. It didn't work. I told you the mushroom suit was a bad idea. Well, you said that dressing up like a teddy bear version of the weird one would work. It didn't work. And then you mentioned the platypus thing, and then it just pissed off the other one. And
Red
that one's a
says,
think
head.
fast! Think fast!
And two little vials of honey are thrown at each one of the voles.
They both catch them almost simultaneously, and then like look at each other, and then with their tiny little hands like start like downing them.
Red,
Touch him! Get him now!
And Red begins running after them and dives
I dash
to try to
over.
grab one.
Yep, I go for the other one.
All right.
All right,
What-
Zell does too.
What skill check are you trying to use for this?
I'm gonna use. Let's go with acrobatics.
Acrobatics. All right.
Yeah,
What do you
I'll
think
do the
it's Zoe?
same.
What do you think it's Zoe?
Well, the feature that I took today for my character, what is this? Whales from the Grave, I think it is. I took
Scary.
a proficiency in intimidation.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm gonna rush up with them and go, yeah, freeze right there, and try to scare them frozen so I can grab them.
I'm into it. Make that intimidation check. Stro, are you doing anything?
I didn't know what the plan was, so
There wasn't really one.
yeah. So it kind of turned into that Ghostbusters moment where he's like, "Get him!" and then they run forward and jump out and try to grab these voles. I think Stro would be genuinely confused. But what I would think I would do instead of going to try to grab them is I would just go to the door that they came in on, close the door, and then stand at the door and stare at them. Like, now what are you gonna do?
Amazing.
Interesting. Okay, and these tiny little beasties start scattering. What did you roll, Red?
I got a 13 acrobatics.
13 acrobatics. Zeph?
A natural 20.
Oh,
Okay. Zell?
11.
11. Okay.
Huh?
You're dipping and diving to get these creatures, and you do snag one of them, actually. One of them, the smaller one, the one that's missing its tail, does find its way into your wings, Zeph. But the other one ducks around and jumps back after consuming the honey and then tosses the little vial to the side and almost hisses like a cat, screeches slightly with a little squeaky voice. And the one in your hands, Zeph, is wriggling, but not too hard. They just seem slightly inconvenienced.
Okay, yeah, you got me. Great. What now? What now? This is a stupid game.
This isn't fun. This isn't fun for
I
anybody.
squeeze harder into a bear hug, as hard as I can.
What's the point of why?
1, to spread affection. 2, to question you. Did you insult my father? Was
No.
it you? Who did it?
Platypus.
Platypus? Yes, what I thought you'd say. Who's Platypus?
Squeeze again.
Who's Platypus?
My dad.
I don't believe you. I think.
yeah. Insight check on that one.
Go for it if you would like
My
to.
dad, nat 20.
Oh,
Nat
I hate
20.
Platypus is not their dad.
Do I get a sense that platypus is even real?
Correct. Platypus
Yeah.
is probably not real.
Okay, the tone and the way he said that, platypus is not real.
You can't prove that. There's a platypus over there.
Yeah, that's because you just created it 2 days ago. Platypus
what?
is not your dad. You're lying to me. I can tell.
You know too much.
You're a liar?
No,
Yes, that's a lie.
You were
a
lesser for
vole.
lying.
I'm a vole.
You're an insulter.
I'm a vole.
An insulter vole.
That's a
An
matter of
involter.
That's a matter of opinion, actually.
What is the other one doing? Did it run? Is it just sort of staring out there and being
It's like
defensive? Or
backing up to the wall,
okay,
and it looks like it's like doing something with its tail, like almost drawing in the air.
Zell, Stro, somebody? It's doing something.
Stro will just walk over and pick him up.
It's gonna keep like scrambling like a tiny rodent.
I
Whenever
mean,
you
Okay,
try to-
so-
I got pretty long arms.
Zell will help close in on the creature with Stro.
Okay. Both of you make skill checks in whatever skill you think is relevant to this
I
moment.
mean, I'll just
It'll
try to
help.
grapple it with athletics.
Okay, that makes sense.
Actually, I'll help by transforming back into a hag now that the cat's out of the bag and casting sleep on it.
Wow. Wasn't expecting that. We're just trying to catch a rodent, right?
I mean that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
So
Hot dang.
she transforms back into a hag and reaches out a clawed hand.
Yeah, I think there's a moment where both the Vole and Stro are just like, whoa.
Yeah. So that
Red vomits a bit in
is-
his mouth.
Wait, okay, so I don't have to roll to hit on this, huh? I never cast sleep.
Yep, you just roll the amount of
Wolf.
HP
Dice,
that will fall asleep.
5d8.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me grab my d8s really fast over
This
here.
is not good.
I mean, I got an 18 on my grapple
Five.
check, so
10, 18, 24 hit points worth.
dang.
Good.
That's how many hit points
Gracious.
Stro has.
Great.
Knock me out.
Well, it's a good thing. It
I wouldn't have
affects the lower HP creatures first.
Yeah.
The lowest
Uh,
HP. Yep.
Yeah, I am going to use an advantage granted to me by. Yeah, no, it's not what you think. My advantage has nothing to do with yours. I'm still suffering. an advantage granted by Chafrikas, because originally I rolled a 7 on my opposed athletics check, which instead became a 19. So it does slip out of Stro's arms.
Fair.
That was important. But the sleep makes this difficult because voles do not have much health.
Imagine not.
It takes 6 HP, and this thing starts like sprinting back towards the wall, and almost comically, it falls asleep as it's running. It's like
Gets.
Slides a little bit on this tool.
I whisper to the other one, "That's the fate of liars and insulters. Beware."
Good.
Stro will just walk over and gently pick it up.
and it's breathing, but it is unconscious as hell.
How will we speak with it? It sleeps.
Let's speak to this one.
Don't we just need to touch it to get out?
I am touching it.
Why
All
is
right,
this
everybody,
happening?
hold on. Here we go. Easy.
And Red touches Zell and Zeph and says,
Stro, touch Zeph.
Walks over and puts a hand on Zeph.
and Red looks at the one that Zeph is holding and says,
Get us out of here, and we won't let that
and he points to Zell.
eat your soul.
I hold it closer to Zell.
Or you give me something, or you're stuck here forever.
I just gave you honey. What else you want?
What else you got?
Troll bones.
Souls!
Wait, he's in no position to banter.
You have souls?
I do have souls. I have one.
And a soul of a full orc with a maul pops his head out,
That's messed up.
who looks pretty familiar, and
Totally messed up.
kind of waves his head like this and peeps back into Zell's cloak.
What?
Deal. Deal. Yeah. Deal. I can have it? Really?
If you want.
Swear.
If you will get us out of here.
Swear it.
Get us out first, then you get the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I guess we're at an impasse, and now I can just stab you.
Sure.
I don't like the way you said that.
Neither
Yeah.
do I.
It's like look, you're basically like, oh, you know what? Let
So
us
I have
out.
a question. I have a question. You want to imprison us here forever if we don't give you the soul?
Well, will imprison you forever if you kill me. But if you give me the soul, I'll let you out because that's
Now-
way easier than waiting for you all to die.
Zell, if you take his soul, maybe you can make him leave? Make us leave?
What?
Yeah,
I can do that.
And she reaches out and grabs his throat. Opens her mouth, and her teeth are pointy and yellow. And she reaches out and she pulls this patchwork bag out of her cloak that's made out of flesh sewn together.
In you go.
And she pushes it closer and closer and closer to the bag opening.
It's kind of frozen in fear.
Let us out and apologize for the insults.
I like that you're trying to steal a vole soul. That just feels good to me.
Welcome to the dungeon run.
Fortunate fate. Fortunate fate.
Well, fortunate fate underneath the dungeon.
Make an intimidation check,
Yes.
Zell, with advantage thanks to Lesbian Wolf.
Lesbian wolf.
Thanks
Yes.
to just pure creepiness too.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. 19.
Can't I still have the soul?
Like I was still trying to negotiate.
Time for negotiations done. We're out or you're dead.
Once you are inside the bag, you may choose your pick of the souls inside.
Wait, no, I don't want to go to the back. I don't want to go to the back. Okay.
And all of you feel yourselves shifted, almost as if time froze and you were simply picked up and moved elsewhere. You find yourself on the outskirts of a familiar town to both Zell and Red, a place you had just entered recently, and then on your adventures leaving, had found your way stuck in that strange situation over the past day. Your other companions had traveled into this ramshackle town on the lower floors, but it was relatively abandoned, and you haven't seen them since. The vole is in your arms, as well as the sleeping one. And they kind of just sit there, bug-eyed, as you're holding them very close to the bag. And like one of their hands is reaching out.
Where are we?
I tip him a gold piece.
That'll
She's-
do.
Damn right it will.
Zella's transforming back into the young woman version of herself.
This is where we were before we met you, Zeph and Stro. This is where we were before we met you.
Where is this place?
Well, that I don't know. I just know I've been here before I met you.
Is there dirt? Are there trees?
Yes, but they look a bit worn down. There is nature and greenery, but it doesn't look like it's taken care of well. This is the fifth
place
floor of the
is
dungeon.
sick. The dirt is old. The trees don't remember the sun.
Oh,
That's very poetic, Stro.
yeah.
Where is water?
A stranger walks up to all of you.
Oh.
A stranger who looks relatively pale, almost sickly, but not so much so. Completely bald, no hair on their body, but wearing brown robes and sandals. I have a question for you lot, as you seem to be new adventurers to the floor. Are you thirsty at all? I am selling a new tincture, said to enhance the heart itself.
How much?
3 copper pieces.
Well, that's easy. Here.
Oh,
I'm not drinking it. I'm studying it. I ain't gonna drink that.
What?
Yes,
No, you have to
please
drink
don't.
it.
I don't.
You're a
That's not part of
stranger.
the deal. You said. What? What does that work? Do you go to a bar and someone gives you beer? You have to drink it if you paid for it? That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
I don't take drinks from strangers.
I'm
Suspicious all of a sudden.
What's your name, please?
I know better than to give my name to a walker of the Feywild, bird.
You've been to the Feywild?
Of course I have. That's where
Tell
the
me all
best-
about it.
What?
Tell me all about your time there. Did you meet an archfey?
There's dozens of archfey.
I know.
I aim to avoid them. They don't necessarily care as much about gambling and other enjoyment that I find delightful.
Have you met an archfey? They love gambling. Come on.
Not all of them. Some of them.
Fair.
No on the tincture then.
And if you're not going to drink it, it's like a shot, a celebratory shot.
Drink it? You don't know.
Uh,
Maybe I will.
I offer, and he takes one, uncorks it. See, delightful. I just offer one to anyone new who shows up. That's all.
How do we know it'll be the same tincture?
Quality guarantee.
From a stranger? Mm-mm.
All shopkeepers are strangers when you walk into a new shop.
Until we
True,
introduce
very
each
true.
other. I'm Zephyros Aegisair. Call me Zeph.
I'm Jeff.
Did you just make that name up because it rhymes with Zeph?
I
No,
kinda
I'm
like
Jeff
it.
Blankwater.
It sounds like you made that up just now.
No,
But it
you can't-
is-
No.
A nice forgery.
They go into their pocket and pull out a card, and it says Jeff Blankwater.
Oh,
And Red takes it.
Wow, that's a neat trick.
I investigated to see if it's real.
It's called paper.
Here you go, Zeph.
I would like to inspect this.
How would you like to inspect this?
Can I roll an investigation check?
Go for it.
16.
It looks legit.
sounds plausible.
Hands it back to Red.
Jeff Blankwater. Well, I am Red Wigglebottom, and I just realized that make it sound like I just made that up too. I didn't. My name is Red Wigglebottom. That's
I
real.
don't think I want to sell to you anymore.
All names are
Oh.
made up, though.
That's what?
Oh, that's true.
You all hear a scream come from the town. Then the sound of crashing.
What was that?
I heard a scream.
I think I should go. It was a pleasure to meet you all. Nice to meet you, Red. Pleasure to meet you, Zeph. You two look lovely. I'm going to go. And
I'm gonna start going towards the scream.
Red all of a
you-
sudden realizes, like, where are the voles?
yup.
Oh, I'm still holding on
You're
to
still
that
holding?
bowl. Unless it disappeared out of my hands, I'm still holding on to it.
You're holding on to the sleeping one.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other one is gone.
Okay.
It has slipped out of your hand, Zell. And in its place, Zell, you actually are still holding something, but it is like a plushy vole.
Pulled an Indiana Jones on us.
Substitution jutsu.
Basically. And the figure starts walking away relatively fast.
Stro is focused on the scream. Like if somebody's in
Stro,
pain or
Stro,
hurt, then
wait,
he's gonna run that
Stro.
way.
Stro, wait!
What?
Wait!
Something is in pain.
Might be fake. Psychological warfare.
Right?
You keep using these words,
Because it keeps happening. I'm trying to protect you.
but it could be hurt.
It could. Let's take our time and be careful.
What if there is no time?
Oh, he's
What if
really
it dies
philosophical.
before we get there?
Then it's nature, buddy.
Yeah.
That's how nature works.
No.
What do you mean, no? You
No.
just talked about that a whole bunch.
Murder is not nature.
Well, maybe they fell down on purpose, or like, they fell. Gravity's nature.
Stro turns and runs.
Okay.
No, what? I have to go with Stro.
And I fly after.
By the way, while he's doing this, he's like petting the vole just like absent-mindedly. And when he
like,
starts running,
slowly starts to
he's going to
wake up.
carry the vole like he carries Zeph, like tucked into his arm.
It like slowly starts to wake up and come to. And at first, like the
Run.
You might have just gained a familiar, Jared. So we will talk about that later.
Oh.
Hey.
And Stro, as you run ahead to find where the scream came from, you're running for a solid 20, 30 seconds, and you come to a person slumped against a wall. Humanoid. Short brown hair. Empty eyes. And you notice immediately there's a hole in their chest.
Oh.
Like they're dead or there's just a hole?
Both.
Oh. What?
What happened?
Make a medicine check for me.
So this is not a death becomes her situation.
Correct.
17.
You can tell pretty easily that the hole is where their heart should be.
Heart is gone. And then he remembers the man selling the tinctures saying something about hearts. And he turns back around. Tincture. Is there a bottle or anything that this person has in their hand? Is there a broken vial on the ground or anything like that?
Make a perception check.
Can I help with that since I'm flying next?
You can
Natural 20.
Oh!
So 25.
You do see a small vial that looked similar to the ones that the seller was offering.
No, not again. Murder. And then he starts looking around for the tincture salesman. Murder.
They seem to have gone past. And one thing before we reach a beautiful conclusion. Zell. Well, two things actually. Red.
Yeah.
You now notice your bag feels ever so slightly lighter.
What? And I'll start to dig through it. I'm assuming the crown is gone.
The crown is in fact gone. And Zell, as the figure walked past, under their breath, only you could hear, "Well done." And they kept going and disappeared into the shadows.
Oh.
And I think that's where we're going to wrap up for Fortune and Fate this time.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Goodness.
Oh my god.
I need to
Well
know
done,
who this
Gabe.
person is.
Well done.
Who are they? Why are they
Amazing.
omnipresent? What do they want?
I mean, you all know a little bit more about them now.
Mhm,
Or at
a
least
little bit.
Red does.
A little bit.
well,
a little
this
bit
is
more
the
about.
this is the crown person.
Yeah,
The wizard, the wizard warlock.
The wizard
Wizard
warlock
warlock
who had
that
made a
fell.
deal with the god. The god fell, and
Fell.
then so did the wizard and warlock and their abilities.
Yeah, as soon as that, just to let you know, as soon as that crown goes away, I'll be a little bit more forthcoming with what I learned, so that they're not kept in the dark.
Did you get secret information?
You were, you heard that, Jessica. You heard him tell me that, but
I thought maybe Gabe had like emailed you.
No.
some more
not yet.
information.
not yet. Probably will, but not right now.
That was well done. It was.
Yeah.
I should expect more that you all will just talk to things. I'm so used to people just blunt forcing through everything. It's like, no, like I have comprehend languages. I speak with animals. We'll
Right,
talk to
right.
the platypus after we shatter its mind, which in retrospect I thought was hilarious. And what was going to happen was any spell that you use on the platypus was going to reflect back on you.
Reflect. Yeah.
Oh,
So that
Why?
could have been way. That's because that was just the trick of the room.
Interesting.
They set up that room specifically because they expected you to attack a platypus immediately, and they just kind of had
Which did happen, right?
Yeah.
And then you
they
tried
have
to
a
turn the
strange
same
assortment of
spell on. That
animals.
was awesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
So they
That's cool.
said 2 days. Their 2 days was wrong. They've been alive for 2 minutes.
Hey, a minute in a platypus's viewpoint is a day.
Yeah, absolute chaos. But
Absolutely.
let's go into one of the favorite things that I get to watch is these shout outs.
Oh, you get to
Yeah,
join
we do have
in
some
if you
shout-outs.
want. You've been here long enough. You can join if you want.
I was gonna pretend. I probably will, but then I could pretend ignorance.
okay.
Also, and a shout out to all
can
of the
chat.
gifted subs today as well too.
Yeah,
thank
why
you.
don't I shout those out? Let me do that really quick.
a few.
Usually we do that at the top of the show, but
Mhm.
we're gonna do it right now. We got a big raid from the Welcome In. If anybody is still here from that raid, welcome to our stream, and so glad you could
Welcome
join us
in.
for a Dungeons and Dragons adventure.
Yeah.
We've been streaming Dungeons and Dragons for a couple years now, so welcome in. We have a resub from Idaho Judd, so thank you. And Witchspace gave out 5 community gift subs to everybody, so thank you so much. And you get some fancy new emotes to try out. We got some cheers from Dead Feather and My Michael Rose. Another cheer from My Michael Rose. A gift sub from Paleo Gaming. Thank you so much, Dan. We got a resub from Gorbin Played with Prime. So if you didn't know, you could subscribe to our channel for free with your Amazon Prime account, and the information on how to do that is below. And thank you so much for choosing our channel to do that with. Spinetti gave out a gift sub. More resubs. Thank you so much. A cheer from Spinetti. More resubs. And let's see if I got anybody else here with some cheers. Lots and lots of resubs. 15 months. So ever since we began. Thank you so much to Lesbian Wolf, Ahoy Gingerbeard, and Gord the Rogue. That's all I got.
It's pretty good for all you got.
Yeah, I mean, very good. All right, so it's time to read our names.
Yeah.
Let's first determine who is going to read names. You want to start with Force of Good or Force of Evil?
Force of Evil.
Force of Evil? You like to start with Force of Evil, okay. Jared, have you found a category for us to read Force of Evil names?
Yeah,
no, absolutely. All right, so let's do a roll. Who do we want to include? Do we want to forcibly include our guests, or should we just handle this?
Well, I feel like that it should be up to them, but
I agree.
I would love to have them.
I was asking them in a nonchalant way.
Yes, I'll join in.
Would you like to be included? I mean, no pressure. Don't feel like you have to. We just improvise them in a category, as you've experienced before.
Do it.
All right. Gabe, you're going to sit this one out?
No, not at all.
No, you want to be included.
Peer pressure.
Okay.
So roll a d6 and then 6 is reroll.
Yeah, 6 is a reroll.
Clockwise is the numbers.
Right. Number 1 is Jared, actually.
Okay.
Gabe was 1, Jalen was 2, Jared was 3, I was 4, and you were 5.
Oh, this could be fun. Are we doing Force of Good or Force of Evil?
Force of Evil.
Okay, so Force of Evil. Well, this one only works if we do Force of Good first.
We can do Force of Good first.
Yeah,
let's do Force of Good first. So Hot Ketchup says Force of Good. You're hiring a new employee, and then when we get to Force of Evil, I'll read that. And
okay, so then I will roll for Force of Good now, since you'll be Force of Evil.
Sure.
So Force of Good is going to be reroll. I rolled a 6. I did it again. I rolled another 6.
That's horrifying.
You should be making a character.
Another 6.
Wow.
See,
throw it out.
This could be
Iron, can I have
specs.
your hands?
Man, these aren't even my dice. I used Heather's
I need
dice tonight.
your hands.
I seriously. It is Jalen, actually. Since Jalen is number 2.
Okay, so Force of Good is hiring a new employee, and Force of Evil is firing the same employee.
Oh my god. Okay, so Jalen is hiring a new employee.
Correct.
With Force of Good.
With Force of Good. Yes.
Okay, Jalen, I'll help you out, and I'll be the employee who's coming in for the interview here. Do you have the list of the names?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
All right. So, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I know that there's a lot of folks who are trying to come in here for an interview. I just wanted to let you know right away that I do not expect any preferential treatment based on my relationship to the Gold family. I know that in the past they've been known to Braba their way into situations, but I'm just here on merit alone.
I see. And I should hope you wouldn't prefer special treatment given your past decisions.
No, absolutely not. And you know about those?
Yes, you gave kitty scritches to your previous employer. I do indeed.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was Mickey Wolf. Who did that? Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing where there was a beaker par involved, and
I see. And this Mickey Wolf, any relation to lesbian wolf?
No, not at all. You
No.
lesbian wolf too. Wow, a small world. Can
I
we just talk
do.
about what skills I can bring to the table? I'm a very good fenderil. Actually.
Fendril.
Yes, I'm very good at fenderilling spreadsheets.
Well, we are looking for someone with those skills here at Whispering Wounds Realm.
Yes, prestigious corporation. Yes. Any other skills that I can tell you about?
No skills at the moment, but I would like to hear a little bit about your medical history. I see you take Hadrian X. Please don't ask me how I got your record.
Yeah, so that was a
messed up job interview.
That's a HIPAA violations. That is.
Wait, is this a job interview? Well, I know this is a job interview in the Feywild, but I didn't know that they had access to my my medical history, but that was given to me via curse. So
A curse.
yes, that was not my intention to be found out by that surprise test that they gave me.
So you've met Beaker Parr then? That's the one that
Yes.
normally gives out the curses here.
Yes, Beaker Parr. I love working with Beaker Parr. Did not know that they were administering the Feywild testing in the corporate environments, but yes, I understand that they're very good at their job.
How could you? They normally go by the screen handle of Armando89. That's probably the confusion.
Yes, normally I'm very good with names and remembering names and also spreadsheets. But
Just one more question. I'd like to know how you feel about jewels. Just jewels.
Just jewels, yes. Well, I don't have a lot of experience with just jewels in particular, but I am familiar with the Microsoft suite. And so I think I could really just pick up that skill very quickly and yeah, be a real asset to your team here at Whispering Wounds Realm.
Well, that is wonderful. I would send you on to the next step, but forget about it. You're hired. I love it.
Wow,
Well
okay.
done.
Thank you.
Yay.
No references needed for this
You
at all?
start immediately.
You don't need references? Okay.
Well done.
That was
well
masterfully done.
That was
Yeah.
masterfully done.
Jalen's the man.
I love it when you
It's fun.
found. I love it when you both found that this was a job interview in the Fey realm, in the Feywilds, because that was really fresh kiss there. All right, Jared, it is now time for you to fire that exact same employee.
No.
Oh my god, I forgot
What a
that
roller
already.
coaster.
Yeah, so here's how it's gonna be, kid. I hate to tell you this. I mean, you were doing great. Oh, this is my associate, by the way, Teeth. Teeth.
Teeth.
Need,
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Teeth.
Hey, how you doing there?
Yeah. So unfortunately, Teeth and I go way back. So
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild how
Yeah,
far
yeah,
back we
so-
go. It's wild.
unfortunately we got to make room for him. And I hate to do
Yeah.
this. It's terrible. There's a link in here that I need to break.
Wait, hold on a
there's-
second.
There's a
Hold-
connecting link. You're
Hold
the
on, I got a
link.
question.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah. Go
question
ahead,
before we
Teeth.
get into
Go
that. I
ahead.
got a question.
Yeah,
Look,
please.
look.
Please.
I got one question for you. Are you down to clown? Huh?
Oh, hey, Teeth, come on.
What? I'm just asking.
Come
Are you
on.
down to clown? Huh?
Sir, I have been down to clown since the minute I accepted this job, and I have been doing my absolute best. And I do have my degree from. I am a student of Grimm. I have my degree from
Yeah,
the Grimm
it's right here on your resume.
University, and I
yeah,
was
it's
taught to
fascinating.
never give up. And I am just here. I think I'm nuts, but I'm here to do the absolutely best job that I can do, and I will do anything for the betterment of this company and my standing.
Kid,
within.
you're fired. We're letting you go.
Oh,
Here's-
that's
here's
a
a-
way to.
Here's a plate. There's some Gorbin on it. Take it with you as like a, parting gift from us
Can
to
I-
you.
Can I just ask one more thing before I depart?
Yeah, kid, go ahead.
Look, if I'm gonna get another job, I'm gonna really need some references.
Sure. Sure.
I give you references.
Teeth, come
Okay.
on. Come on. You're going to get me
What? I
fired
will.
here.
I'm very good reference.
You're going to get me fired here. Come on. She's a
I
nice
got-
kid. She's
I
a nice
meant,
kid. Look
like,
at her.
literal
Look at her
references.
cheeks.
I got
You
plenty
can
of
pinch
people
those
I know.
cheeks. Oh,
Okay,
jeez. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this. I'm sorry.
I know the mayor.
This is worse than the curse.
Yay. Yeah. I like how
Every now and
like
then.
I just like the idea of like this really nice fastidious person brings you in and hires you, and then like the two goons are the ones that have to let you go.
And I love that one of the goons' names is just Teeth.
Yeah, my cousin Teeth.
Yeah, where did that come from?
I don't know.
I think it's a mobster name. He smiles
Yeah.
a lot, so they call him Teeth.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I took it as. That's
There
why I was
you
like,
go.
yeah, let's do this. Yeah, to the gate.
I also wanted to introduce somebody else into the skit, so I was just
Right.
throwing out a name for somebody to jump in on it.
Sometimes
Chaos.
I'll just watch these back just because I want to see how they go. They
Yeah.
never go the same.
No,
No.
no, not even
Never.
remotely.
Not at all.
It's impossible.
It's
close.
impressive. Terrifying, but impressive.
Well, thanks. So is that all we have for our show tonight? Just some teasing of the big announcements on Friday, and
Yep.
yeah,
Stay
okay.
tuned. Stay tuned. Friday, we're going to talk about what we've been working on, what we've been pouring all of our heart and soul in. There's going to be some huge updates. Yeah.
And can we
Huge.
actually get where we can find Gabe and Jalen online and see more
Yeah.
about their work and what they're doing?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Jalen, why don't we start with you?
Sure. Mostly on Twitter at Jalen K. Cassell, and sometimes on Instagram, but same handle.
Okay. I think we have a command for you. I'm not sure if maybe one of our mods can pull that up. And Gabe, what about you? Where can we find you? What are you doing?
You can find me across the internet at Gabe James Games. This month and next month, I have been all over. You can see I'm in a hotel now. I have basically been filming and traveling for like the past month and a half.
Great.
Because starting next month, I'm actually going to be doing full-time development for my own company in game design, video production, and from then
Wow.
on. So I decided like I wanted to
Awesome.
do more of the things I cared about, more things I was passionate about. So over the next month and a half, I'll probably be like actually releasing 4 different projects I've been working on behind the scenes.
Wow.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Making it happen.
Oh my gosh. And then I get to do things like this for fun, which is one of the greatest gifts.
It
There's I still get messages from people like about dungeon run stuff. Some of them are concerned about what's going to happen to all of you, but that's besides the point.
Oh, why would they ever be concerned?
sweet.
I wonder who could have perpetuated that concern.
I thought I
Morgan?
was toast when I was taking the ballista to the chest. I was like,
Seriously.
well, it was fun playing this
too.
character.
I rolled lower than I expected.
I thought I
Every
was toast
time-
when I put the crown on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time
Acid check.
Gabe smiles is when I fear for my life.
indeed.
I think the only thing that saves me is I think Gabe maybe likes hags or
True.
You can't prove
Naturally
that. There's
evil
there's no
things.
proof. There is
Prove it,
no
prove
proof
it.
of that. You can't.
Every time you get super creepy, he gets this big smile on his face.
really do.
Great.
Well, thank
just
you.
As I'm describing ominous things, and I'm like,
Yeah. How many games are player characters just stabbing each other in like a weird social
friendly way.
interaction? Yeah.
one
it's
out of
like,
3.
I like
Which is
you,
not-
Stab.
Which is a lot.
Stab.
It is a lot.
Respect.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in for Fortunate Fate. We love having you here. We're so glad that you're still with us and hanging out with us while we play Dungeons and Dragons, tabletop role-playing games. Hit us up on the Discord if you have questions. Stay tuned to the socials, and we will see you next time. Until then, humankind,
Humankind.
be bold.
Be both.
Mwah.
It started. It started. It started. Started. As a simple dungeon run. a simple dungeon run.